Good morning, welcome to CATEX-TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. This is a live broadcast from Princeton, New Jersey. Today is Tuesday, October 20th, 2009. It's 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the U.S. In London, it's 4:30 p.m. In Mexico City, it's 10:30 a.m. If you need to reach us during the broadcast, you can phone in toll-free at 1-866-67-CATEX. Overseas, our AOL instant mail address is CATEX-TV. Today's birthday, the American rock and roll star Tom Petty is 59 years old today. We had a minor technical glitch before we began. It's not going to cause any difficulty with our broadcast. However, some of our pictures might be lacking a little bit. Before we go into the news, we just noticed a story that came over the wire just now saying that Honda and Toyota may begin to sell electric cars outside of the United States sometime in 2010. Responding to foreign demand. That story just came up about 3 minutes ago. We'll try to look at it during the break and see if we can get any more information. Now to our main news. This is being reported by our friend Jonathan Kent down in Bermuda with the Royal Gazette. One of the most respected regulators in insurance is going to be moving on, it seems. Bermuda's top financial regulator, Matthew Elderfield, is going to leave at the end of this year to take a job with the Irish Central Bank. He's going to be replaced by Bermudian Jeremy Cox. Jeremy Cox will become the new Chief Executive Officer of the Bermuda Monetary Authority. Elderfield is going to become the Central Bank of Ireland's Director of Financial Regulation. Cox has been the BMA's Deputy CEO for the past 2 years and is the brother of Bermudian Finance Minister Paula Cox. Elderfield said Bermuda will have a friend in Ireland. Elderfield said he had taken the BMA job in 2007 on the understanding that there was a succession plan to put a Bermudian in the top job. As CEO, Cox will lead the operational development at the authority as well as overseeing ongoing enhancements to Bermuda's regulatory framework. Elderfield oversaw the stress testing of the island's banking sector. That led to Butterfield Bank having to raise $200 million in an historic government-guaranteed preference share issue. We know Mr. Cox as well. He's going to do a very good job there, and we congratulate him on his promotion and wish Mr. Elderfield well. Well, the Philippines are going to get hit again. As we speak, Typhoon Lupit is heading to the northern island, Luzon. It's currently a Category 3 storm. This is a shot taken from the Joint Naval Typhoon Warning Center out of Honolulu. The storm intensified over the weekend. According to RMS, it's going to slowly weaken, but when it hits the Philippines, it could be an equivalent 3 or 4 category storm. They expect that it will hit at about 0600 Greenwich Mean Time on October 23rd. The Philippine military is responding. Mandatory evacuations are in place. The Philippine Air Force is pre-positioning food, water, and medicine into remote areas. As we have noted several times, the Philippines have incurred over $250 million in losses as a result of 2 previous typhoons just in the past 6 weeks. Well, the Chinese have now been hit by piracy off the coast of Somalia. We'll see what they do. We've seen the American reaction, we've seen the French reaction, and we've seen the British reaction. Chinese are saying that they plan to make every effort to rescue a merchant ship and 25 crew members that were hijacked off the coast of Somalia. Chinese foreign minister said that the government is monitoring developments and has developed an emergency response procedure. The hijacking on Monday is the first of a Chinese ship this year. The ship that was hijacked is in fact the bulk carrier Dijin-Hai. It was hijacked about 550 nautical miles northeast of the Seychelles and 700 nautical miles off of Somalia's eastern coast. Here we have a map from Chinese TV. The European Union is monitoring the situation. They have an aircraft overhead. They report seeing 4 pirates on deck, and they also note that the ship is dragging 2 skiffs behind it. These are much like the skiffs that pirates have been known to use to hijack ships off Somalia. Well, if you live long enough, you'll see everything. My grandmother told me that. Kai Allman is back in the news. Kai Allman has been around, to put it mildly. Deutsche Bank's asset management division today announced that Mr. Allman has joined the firm as managing director and global head of strategic business development. Allman was formerly chairman and president of Employers Re at GE Capital Service. He currently serves on the boards of Cyrus Re, RLI Corporation, and the American Institute for CPCU. Prior to that, he was chairman and CEO of Inrion, and prior to that, he was vice chairman and executive officer of the E.W. Blanche Holdings. I should disclose that for a brief period of time, he was a board member of this company. Stock market is up about, it's down about 45 points now. We're going to go to a word from our sponsors. We have some news from our friends in Peoria, Illinois at RLI Corporation. They're regular viewers of this program. They've come out with their financial results for the first 9 months of the year. They posted a net profit of about $63 million for the first 9 months. Net investment income was down about 14% to about $50 million. Realized investment losses increased almost 70% up to about $21 million. However, they generated an underwriting profit of $23 million in the third quarter, combined with a little over $15 million for the period a year earlier. For the first 9 months of the year, they increased their underwriting profit from $59 million to $63 million. For casualty business, gross premiums written dropped to about $255 million from $308 million, but the reduction in expenses that Mike Stone and his group have put in means that casualty underwriting profit actually rose for the 9-month period up to $37 million from $33 million. Property business did even better. Gross written premiums were up to about $164 million for the first 9 months compared with $151 million for the same period last year, and property underwriting profit rose to $19 million from $10.8 million for the first 9 months. So they did pretty well. Congratulations to them. News from Europe, Deutsche Bank has agreed finally to buy ABN AMRO's assets that the Dutch government must sell to satisfy EU regulators. These assets are the same ones that Deutsche Bank agreed to buy from Fortis back in July of last year. Deutsche Bank said that negotiations on final terms and conditions continue. You may recall that Deutsche Bank agreed in 2008 to purchase ABN AMRO's commercial banking operation from Fortis. That insurer collapsed later the year. The 709 million euro deal, a little over $1 billion US, was scrapped after the Dutch government bailed out part of Fortis, including the stake in ABN AMRO that the German bank had purchased. This acquisition may boost Deutsche Bank's earnings by 2% this year. The German bank said that they do not intend to raise any capital for the ABN AMRO purchase. In the U.S., this was a move that everybody was expecting. GMAC has indicated it will sell its U.S. consumer